Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and Biden, he has not instilled any confidence in anybody. Not with this last interview and not with his last statement. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. And if you support Trump in 2024, hit that join button and become a member of this channel. Joe Biden sat down with George Stephanopoulos, the ABC News anchor, for, what I thought was going to be a softball interview, but wasn't. Stephanopoulos peppered him with some serious questions, and the president bumbled, stumbled, and fumbled like he always does. But he was asked a very particular question that I thought it was at the very least honest, but it also told me he doesn't care about the Democrat Party. Not only that, the answer to this question it kind of smacks down all his talk about Donald Trump as a threat to democracy. Because if Donald Trump is a threat to democracy, if he's a threat to the United States, a clear and present danger as you have described him, well then, don't you want to make certain that he's defeated? I mean, shouldn't that be goal number one for the great preserver of democracy, the great defender of the republic? Shouldn't that be priority number one? But it's not. What's priority number one for him is his ego and his wife. That's priorities number 1 and 1A. I'm going to say 1 and 2. I say 1 and 1A. But you could say 1 and 2, and you could decide what order those are in. He was asked, if Donald Trump were to defeat you because you stayed in the race when you shouldn't have, would you feel guilty? I want you to watch his answer, and you tell me if this sounds like somebody, in the comments, tell me if this sounds like somebody who thinks Donald Trump is a dangerous threat.
He may bring me down, he may.
Mr. President, I've never seen a president at 36% approval get reelected.
Well, I don't believe that's my approval rate. That's not what our polls show.
And if you stay in and Trump is elected and everything you're warning about comes to pass, how will you feel in January?
I feel as long as I gave it my all and I did the goodest job as I know I can do. That's what this is about. Look, George, think of it this way. You've heard me say this before. I think the United States and the world is at an inflection point where the things that happen in the next several years are going to determine what the next 6, 7 decades look like. And who's going to be able to hold NATO together like me? Who's going to be able to be in a position where I'm able to keep the Pacific Basin in a position where we're at least checkmating China now? Who's going to do that? Who has that reach? Who knows all these? We're going to have, I guess, a good way to judge me is you're going to have now the NATO conference here in the United States next week. Come listen. See what they say.
Mr. President, thanks for your time.
Thank you.